Mist rising from the frozen winter Colorado ground on a bend in Sand Creek. Hundreds of people peacefully camped at the request and invitation of the U.S. Army, telling us to camp near Fort Lyon to be under the protection of Fort Lyon. Led by those in agreement of peace, we followed their request, moving our people within 40 miles of the fort, sending our men east to hunt buffalo. While hundreds of people made up of women, children, and elders, and some 35 men, stayed behind in camp, trusting our safety to the white man's word. So trusting that we posted no guard. The only warning we had on that long ago winter sunrise was the sound of hooves falling on the frozen land. Some thought it was buffalo. Then women cried out, "Soldiers!" Confusion broke out as many people ran to see. Wakened abruptly, many barely dressed. Hundreds rallied to Chief Blackkettle's camp, where he held a lodgepole high in his hands. Flying bravely from that pole, the large garrison flag gifted to the Cheyenne at a meeting with Abraham Lincoln, our chiefs, Blackkettle, Roman Nose, and others, and Colonel Greenwood, who had assured us we would be safe, protected as long as we stood under it. Women, children, elders, all ran to stand beneath the promised safety invoked by that American flag. Beneath that flag was another, the white flag of truce. "Do not be afraid," cried Blackkettle to our people. "The soldiers will not hurt you." Then they opened fire on unarmed women, children of all ages, on peaceful chiefs and slow-moving elders. Bullets flying, soldiers dismounting to help fire howitzers on the once sleeping village, on the hundreds of women and children now gathered beneath that American flag. Nothing lives long, only the earth and the mountains, sang White Antelope, the death song of the fighting Cheyenne. A 75-year-old man screamed as he faced over 700 troops, saying, "Stop, stop," with his hands held high. Then he sang as they fired upon him, shooting down a 75-year-old unarmed grandfather. He sang, "Nothing lives long, only the earth and the mountains." His privates then cut off by a soldier who bragged to his comrades of his plans to make a tobacco pouch from his gruesome trophy. Led by Colonel Shivington, Methodist minister, man of God, man of the cloth, man of blood and death. He commanded those troops, even those who knew we were peaceful, those who recognized the flag of truce, those few among the troops who sought to end the madness of that bitter, cold winter morning. The 35 men left at camp ran seeking weapons, any weapon, to fight this unexpected attack, to protect the elders, the women, the children. Many of them ran screaming in fear. The men cried out to the women to come to them as they formed a circle around them to protect them with their own bodies. People ran with their arms raised in surrender and were shot in the back while trying to escape, many hiding under the banks of the creek. Women finally coming out when soldiers approached, lifting their dresses to reveal themselves as women. Shot down by the soldiers as they stood there, skin bare in winter's stark light. Shot down and desecrated as soldiers took trophies from the defenseless bodies of these women. The proof that they had killed women cut from the bodies of their victims as the soldiers draped the women's breasts over the pommels of their saddles. The soldiers cut off the privates of the men as well. Not one native was left unscalped by those who later sought to civilize us. No one was safe that morning, not elders, not women, not children. Certainly not warriors. Infants cut from the safety of their mothers' bodies with razor-sharp sabers to We swung by their feet, their heads dashed against the rocks. All left to die in the bitterness of that late November winter sun. As our men dug pits in the dry creek bed to defend the flight of those running to safety, our weapons puny against the might of the troops led by Colonel Shivington. They fought for hours, those few who remained. When the battle was over, they too escaped, as had the women, children, and elders who had run away in terror. Running toward the east to where the hunters had gone, blood frozen on our bodies, clothing left far behind, in what was left of our homes now ransacked, looted, and destroyed. We ran to safety, many barefoot, wounded, and stunned. No food, nothing to bandage our wounds, 50 miles to the safety of our men. 50 miles in the middle of an icy cold Colorado winter, the bitter wind whipping us on our way. As we straggled into the hunting camp, our men were shocked at our sudden appearances. The shock was followed by tears of heartbreak, tears of warriors, men hardened by battle, by time, by culture, and their own egos. Tears of the warriors fell like rain. Grief overcame our people, as everyone there had lost someone close to them. Over 100 women and children, and 28 men lay in that camp, far behind us now. Where we had promised to go, where the white man had promised us safety and peace on that long ago winter morning. November 29, 1864. Our Pearl Harbor, our 9/11, one of many. I'd like to thank you for your time, for the honor of being allowed to share this with you, for what you've done for my people, for the history that has remained untold for too long, or told by the conqueror. Because we know, and you know from your research, that a lot of those soldiers spoke out afterwards, and they said, this was not a battle. This was not. So to each and every one of you who took time out of your days today to come and learn, continue on, share the truth, and I urge you, I implore you, read his book. You can read a romance novel this weekend. You can read science fiction. You can read anything that will just help you relax and kick back. Read something